What's up guys, and welcome back to the YouTube video. In today's video we are going to start a brand new Flask tutorial series. So this is going to be the first video of Flask tutorial series. So in this video we are going to learn how to get started with Flask web development and how to create amazing web apps on the module Flask Python. So this video is gonna be a introduction and how to install Flask and how to get started with Flask, and also we will covering some of the important topics on Flask, why it is used, why it is preferable to use, and where it is preferable to use, such kind of things. And we'll be also getting started to use Flask, such as installation, and you'll be also at the end of the video we'll be also running a little script just to demonstrate the running of Flask, etc. So in this tutorial, we will not be covering HTML and CSS, things like that, because it's a lot of time consuming. We have to complete the whole Flask tutorial within like 10 videos. So we are not going to do HTML, CSS and deep into kind of things. But of course, you should actually know about HTML as well as the basics of Python programming to go with this tutorial. Otherwise, I would highly recommend to learn Python basics as well as basic HTML frameworks, etc. So guys, speaking of Flask, Flask is a kind of micro framework for web development. Apart from Django, Flask is easy to get started with, easy to deploy, and also easy to use module. If you're having a little project like small little projects, I would highly recommend you to go with Flask upon Django, because Django is really kind of hard to get started and really easy to for a long run. So for if you're having a huge web application with so much of routes, so much of things to do, I highly prefer you to go with Django. But here you are getting started and you're a beginner and you know where to get started, and you want the nice little idea and logic behind web applications, I would highly recommend you to start with Flask, because Flask is the best module to get started with web development. So let me just go ahead and pull up the documentation over here. So this is a documentation I would highly recommend you to just pull up in your desktop. This one, it will be really helpful on some of the more topics that I'm not going to cover. I'm not going to obviously cover each and every topic that is given here. So you can just just pull up and learn from this documentation after learning the basics from here. So what's the play? So today we are going to create a little chat application and learn the basics of Flask. So we are going to learn how to create a chat app on Flask from the basics till the end. And we are going to have a login screen, home screen, as well as the main chat page, and also we will have a logout of the user. So we are not going to get into database and database management and all. We are just going to save the user credentials and all just in a text file just for studying sake. So before you get started into tutorial section and all, I just want to showcase some of the important projects that I have done on Flask. I'm not going to show you each and every projects that I have done on Flask, but just on important ones. I swear I do not take so much of time, like give me just 2 minutes. It's just to understand how powerful Flask is and how much awesome projects that we can actually create from Flask. So these are the 4 projects that I'm going to show you and introduce you about. So this is the first and foremost project that I have done. This is just a chat page. I actually learned the basics and the fundamentals of Flask as well as HTML and CSS from this very project. So if I can log in with some, this is the name of the user. I can just log in. This is the chat app, and we can actually upload file as well as see the uploaded files. You can just enter into the chat page over here. So you can see I'm in the chat page. Actually the users are not online, actually the users haven't logged out. So we can actually enter the message like hi or hello and type enter, and it will get updated over here, as you can see. And we can actually go back, and you can send a file as well as see the uploaded files by the different users. So that's pretty much it, not really a big deal. And you can actually close this tab over here. So the next project I want to show you guys is Node Scratch. This is a second project that I used to learn Flask. So you can have sign up, login, as well as email verification is also there. So if you can actually click login, giving my password, then I can create a new node. First of all, you can create new node, save. You can actually customize this web page for your own need. You can actually get your own favorite font. You can just change the color. You can change your color of the text, background color, and font size, etc. And you can actually download this node into PDF and save it in your offline mode. And you can view all nodes. So this project actually helped me to learn how a user is managed. You have to create a user database, store their credentials, their data, and how we can actually you can circulate it among the user. So that is the thing that I actually learned from this project. So we can close it. So this is the one of the best projects that I have deployed. So this is kind of a website where you can actually convert YouTube videos to YouTube link to video as well as audio. You can actually trim and download. These are really helpful, at least to me. I haven't seen very much of people using this site, but if you want, I will be putting the link in the description. You can really use this. So let me just go and grab a YouTube link over here. You just grab a YouTube link and we can paste it over here. Press enter. As you can see, we will get redirected to another page where you can just select the resolution of the video that you're downloading, and it will actually do a necessary calculation before showing this data, and all the available formats are shown over here. You can actually download from this, and you can actually download all the audio formats available, and you can actually trim, which is exact tool that I'm looking for all throughout all these times, and I haven't found none. So this is really helpful for me, at least, to create these YouTube videos. So that's what we did. So let's just move on to next project. So this is a chat application, the very most chat application that I have done, and it's just a student's portal, and it's under development. It's haven't finished, so you need to log in using our credentials. And you can see we will get redirected to a home page. You can see it actually has a really improved and improvised nice UI, and you can just send messages and receive messages in real time. It's updated using jQuery, which I'm really going to teach you in the further videos. So you can actually send and receive at the same time. And I'm going to also add images as well as video sharing feature into this app. It will be really awesome. So that's kind of overview of all the projects that I've done and what you're going to learn in this tutorial. So we are going to create a chat application like this one, of course, but without the CSS and the styling and all. I'll be providing another tutorial series on HTML and CSS. So guys, first things first, we have to create a folder for our code to live, right? So you have to create a place for our code to live. So folder, and just make it name as setup, and just place it over here and open our text editor supply. Okay, let me just go and open folder in the desktop and setup, search folder. Perfect. Now we have to install Flask in order to work with Flask, right? So open up your CMD. So hoping that you have installed pip and Python on your system, just type in pip install Flask and type enter. It will install Flask onto your system. Perfect. Now you can actually close this one over here and create a new file. So I'll prefer it as app.py. Okay, I'll just save it as app.py inside setup. So app.py save. Perfect. So now let's get started by importing Flask from Flask import Flask. So it actually, the second one is actually capital Flask. So you can actually do like asterisk, but I will go with Flask because we can actually import all the components as we move on. So next thing we have to do is create an app for this Flask. So say app is equal to Flask underscore name underscore, and it will also if underscore main underscore name underscore is equal to underscore main underscore, then do app.1. So that's it. We have created successfully a web app ourselves. So the next thing we have to do is to create different routes for our application to work. So such as if you visit this web page over here, you can see it's shown as Flask Wallet Projects /n/. There's so much of slash, right? So it's actually the routes in which the user are navigating to. So if you come into this slash Alexander.xyz, you will see the home page, obviously, right? Like if you come into this web page and remove this and type enter, you will see the home page of the website. So likewise, you have to show some home page of your website, right? So for that, we have to create different routes to the app. So say app.route, and you'll say slash, which will be the whole root of the website, and say define home. We will just return hi. I say not hi. I just say it works. They give some explanations, and we can just save that. And let me just go and run this one. cmd. I shouldn't have closed that one. cd desktop, and it says cd chat app. Just say python made up. Oh, it's app.py. Yeah. You can see the server is running right now in this URL, and if you open your browser and go to that URL, press enter. Okay, for this minute, just me give some enter. Okay, just a lazy server. So you can see it works. Perfect. Now we have created our own website using Python. So guys, if you come into the script, you can see return it works. So what we are actually returning over is actually HTML code to render the web page. So if you pass in like h1 and close the h1 tag, little basic HTMLs, so probably you have learned in school. So save this one and reload this page over here. It will actually change to, wait a minute, before all of that, I just want to show you. Currently the server is running. I have to close. I have made a change of the script, right? So I have to close the server and restart again to see the necessary changes that I have done. You can see it works. Why is that? It's so annoying, right? You have to close the script server and run again if you have made any changes to script. So in order to update, restart the server, whenever you update or make changes to the script, you just pass on debug is equal to true. You should actually automatically detect the changes that you have done to the script and actually update on the server. Restart the server, and you can actually do not want to actually close and start again the server. So you can actually run app.py, and you can see debug mode is currently turned on, and if it detects any changes to the script, like if I just change this h tag or here and here too, and if I save that, it will actually automatically detect that and actually restart the server. If I reload this page, I can see it works. And if I wait a second, I haven't saved that, I guess. So save that. You can come inside this web browser, reload this page, and you can see it works. Perfect. So that's pretty much kind of for in this video. We can actually take the rest of the tutorial session in the next video. The next video we will be learning how to create, how to get data from HTML files, as well as how to create HTML files and show it to the user. So those are the two things we are going to do in the next video. So hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial series. Please leave a like and give a subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. So if you have any questions or comments regarding this topic, just put in the comments below. I'll definitely checking that. So hope you guys have understand all the things that I currently have done. So wait until I release the next video. It will probably take 2 days. I'll be releasing 2 days per video, and it will take like 10 days to complete all the tutorial series. At the end of tutorial series, just create a brand new topic project and whatever you need, and awesome. So bye.